try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go rearrange.
Chad? Yeah. All right. Lieutenant Mike Wheeler, how you doing, sir?
Doing
good.
All right.
Good. Come on back.
And I do have another call.
Yeah, we got another deputy en route.
I can't go into your restricted areas. I have my head cap playing.
Oh, you leave your head cap playing, my man. We're not going into the restricted areas.
Just making sure.
Yep. Nope.
I don't want to break no rules. That's
No.
not what I'm about.
No. You leave that playing all you want, my man.
I'm actually trying to educate people, not hurt people. Or do wrong.
So I hear you have a YouTube channel.
Yes, I do. Cop Watch Ohio.
Awesome. What's
2016?
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Yeah. How many viewers you got already?
Well, you can go check it out.
Yeah? Okay. Well, good. Good to hear. Again, Lieutenant Mike Wheeler, Marion County Sheriff's Office. Been here about 15 years.
Well,
so,
that's good.
yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So, I got... So the report yesterday was that you were at the BMV, recording on the inside. Looks like from the vest cam video that I watched and the statements that we got, looks like that you were cooperative once you were told that you couldn't record in there. You disagreed with them, but
Absolutely.
And you said that it was a public facility which allowed you to record. Right.
And they're government officials.
Right.
You can record all government officials in the course of their duties. It was actually a training exercise to show my viewers at home that are homebound how to do a power of attorney.
Okay.
That's what it was actually going to be.
Okay.
That's why when you notice in my video, you'll see I come right in, I sit right down.
Yep.
I don't speak to nobody. I'm just waiting for my turn.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Well, you talked about education, right? Your YouTube video is on the...
Right, which is what the reason I come here is about the trespass law.
Okay.
Because you find a lot on the internet, a lot of people talk about you can't be trespassed from public property as long as you've broken no laws.
Right. Okay.
So I figured I'd come in and get actual clarification and have you show me the ORC that says that that's allowed to happen. You know, because I'm part landowner as the public.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I did nothing wrong.
Okay. All right. So you want me to help educate you on all that stuff, and we'll do this together, and let's educate the public, right?
Yes,
absolutely. See, I did a lot of instructing and stuff for my previous agency that I worked for, so I've been an instructor on numerous things, so I'm all about education,
well, I appreciate
educating the public and helping everybody out, so let's make this happen, right?
Yeah,
all right.
I appreciate it. It's the only way to make the real change. You'll notice my auditing style, if you've went through my videos, I'm not aggressive.
No.
I'm trying to educate people on what they're allowed to do and what they're not allowed to do, and trying to educate people that the First Amendment still matters.
Absolutely.
You know, the Second Amendment still matters.
Yep.
And the Fourth Amendment still matters.
Yep.
You know,
all of them do.
The Fifth, very important.
Yep.
There's so many amendments, they're all so good, and it's the social contract that pulls us all together.
Yep.
So people need to understand the laws so they don't break them. And you can't understand the laws because there's so many of them that you basically have to ask, and if you don't get the information straight from the law enforcement, you may have the wrong information.
Yeah. Well, let's help your viewers out understand how the state of Ohio BMV works. How's that? All right.
Sounds good.
All right. So what I did is this is the deputy registrars. This is section 4503.3, Title 45 Motor Vehicles, Aeronautics, and Watercraft, licensing under the Ohio Revised Code. If you scroll down here to section C1, do you mind if I read it to your viewers?
Go ahead,
All right.
please, because I'm dyslexic and they already know it.
All right, fair enough. Except as provided in Division C2 of this section, deputy registrars are independent contractors, and neither they nor their employees are employees of this state. Okay? So I'm going to read that one more time.
They're self-contract.
The deputy registrars are independent contractors, and neither they nor their employees are employees of the state.
So they're self-contracted guys.
Okay? Except that nothing in this section shall affect the status of county auditors or clerk of courts of common pleas as public officials. So they're not clerk of courts, and they're not public officials, and they're not part of the common pleas court. What that is if a county's population is below 40,000 people, the clerk of courts and the common pleas court clerk can actually act as deputy registrars for the Bureau of Motor Vehicles. Okay? Which in this instance, in Marion County, that is not correct. So this is a private entity.
Okay.
Nor the status of their employees as employees of any of the counties of this state, which are political subdivisions of the state. Each deputy registrar shall be responsible for the payment of all unemployment benefits and compensation premiums, all workers' compensation premiums, Social Security contributions, and any and all taxes for which the deputy registrar is legally responsible. So it separates them from state government, federal government, and so on.
Right.
Let me see, I lost my spot there. Taxes, there we go. Each deputy registrar shall comply with all applicable federal, state, and local laws requiring the withholding of income taxes or other taxes from the compensation of the deputy registrar's employees. Each deputy registrar shall maintain during their entire term of the deputy registrar's contract a policy of business liability insurance satisfactory to the registrar, and shall hold the Department of Public Safety, the Director of Public Safety, the Bureau of Motor Vehicles, and the registrar harmless upon any and all claims for damages rising out of the operation of the deputy registrar's agency. Okay, so they are a private company. It would be their facility is inside a public office, which you are correct. You can do your audits the way you see fit, as long as you're not causing inconvenience, annoyance, alarm to another individual, which you were close to that boundary in. Hang on. Hang on. You were close to that boundary when the female that was in the Bureau of Motor Vehicles said, "Sir, I don't have time for this." She was an actual paying customer in there, which is okay. Hey, we're doing YouTube stuff. We're updating the public. All right.
I'm listening.
So it's a public. It's not a public entity. Now, the building that it is in is. So if you step outside of their doors in that hallway and corridor there, where you stepped out to turn off your camera, you're absolutely well within your rights. If you want to stand out there and record, just as long as you're not interfering with people going in and out and interfering with their business, like you've.
So I can return to the municipal building, just not in the B&B?
It's not municipal. It's the county building. Municipal's across the street. Yeah. Okay. So the county building, yes, you can return there. You just cannot be in the BMV. Yeah, they have two doors, an entry and an exit door, right?
Yeah.
You cannot. If you want to be in the hallway, that's fine. Okay. That's up to you. Again, fine line on the disorderly conduct statute, annoyance, alarm, or inconvenience to any other person, okay?
Yeah.
Just be aware of that.
Agree.
All right. So I gave you that for your records, okay?
Hold on, just.
Yep, get that on camera there. I know it's kind of small, and I'm sorry about the font. I apologize, but that's publicly accessible.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have to blow this up for you guys. We'll get good pictures of it at home.
Yep.
But you did just hear the man say we can finish our tour of the second floor at the title building.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
we will do that, and then they can see the video of the tour. I'm sure you guys will like that. It was a good one.
Yep. All right. You ready for the next part?
Yes, we are.
All right. Next part, this is section 4501.2 of the Bureau of Motor Vehicles, Division of Emergency Medical Services. It says, there is hereby created in the Department of Public Safety a Bureau of Motor Vehicles. So you have the Department of Public Safety. Think of a pyramid, all right? Department of Public Safety is up here. They're the ones that are in control, and they are the state agency or public agency, as you would call them on your YouTube channel, that if you go to the Department of Public Safety, same thing you can record. Okay?
Right.
It's just like the county building, the municipal building.
Which is who usually owns the BMV.
Yes. Well, they don't anymore. I want to say it's 2017, 2019, somewhere in there, the BMVs became a private entity.
Okay, see,
All right.
see, viewers, that is where my mistake was. Because remember, we discussed how they must have at some point changed because it was owned by the Highway State Patrol.
Yep. Nope, no longer. All right, so this is hereby, so Section A, right in this section, 4501.02, there is hereby created in the Department of Public Safety a Bureau of Motor Vehicles, which shall be administered by a Registrar of Motor Vehicles. The Registrar shall be appointed by the Director of Public Safety and shall serve at the Director's pleasure. So they're an appointed position that they have to apply for, so it's not like a government agency. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
All right. So we go on to the next portion, which hopefully this will answer your question in reference to the criminal trespass order that you've been issued by the Bureau of Motor
I'm
Vehicles.
not worried about that.
Right.
I don't have no vehicles.
Yep.
As you've seen in my video, I don't own a vehicle, so
No.
I have no reason to be there.
Okay. Yeah. So I just want to make sure that I'm answering your questions and that we're covering everything that you want, especially for your viewers.
Yeah, I was just, be honest with you, my main concern about the trespass after looking into it myself last night, I mean, I got some statutes here, but you're basically going over the same statutes I was going to point out.
Yep.
So there's no reason for me to really talk about them until I do this video.
Okay.
So, I felt after I spoke with your officer, me and him had a misunderstanding.
Okay. Great.
Because he says was trespassed, and he didn't quite explain that I'm trespassed just from the BMV.
Yeah, just the BMV.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the
So-
only. That's
so
the
that
only.
was our. If you listen to the video,
Okay.
that is where he's trying to talk over me, and I'm missing. If he said something about so I missed exactly what he was saying right there,
And that's okay.
And that's where I'm thinking it may have came with the misunderstanding, or maybe he just didn't really explain or broaden it,
Okay.
so that I understood. Because I know that I couldn't be trespassed from the building because I had broken no laws. What I'd done was everything that I'm legally allowed to do. And then when I questioned and they said there was no paperwork or nothing, I said, you're violating my rights, and I left. As for the lady that you say was coming close or whatever, that's feelings police. Public places,
Right. She didn't file a complaint.
She's got no expectation of privacy.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm sorry about that, but that's just the life of people that don't understand the laws and how they work. You got no expectation of privacy in public.
I just wanted you to understand that you didn't commit any criminal offense. We both agree to that.
Yes.
Okay. I just want you to understand, because you're talking about educating your viewers and the
Absolutely.
public and stuff like
Absolutely.
that.
This is a public entity.
It's not
at the building, but inside the building you have the BMV, which is operating under a
private organization.
organization.
Right.
So that makes it so that you can be banned from the private organization.
You're absolutely right.
But you can't be banned from the building unless you've broken a law.
Okay.
Right?
So let's go over the criminal trespass statute. Okay.
'Cause
That is where a lot of misconception is. You do not have to break a law to be criminally trespassed from any building, property, or grounds within the state of Ohio. Just so you know that. Okay. You don't have to break a law to be criminal trespassed. Okay. So,
Well, to be criminal trespass, yes, you'd have to come back after a trespass.
yes, okay. So what the deputy was referring to yesterday is when he said that you have been trespassed from the BMV, which again, like you said, may be a misunderstanding that he didn't relay properly to you, which I've had a conversation with him about that, and I'll have another one after you and I talk with him. Okay? So criminal trespass, these are the only big ones that would apply to where and what you were doing yesterday. No person without privilege to do so shall do any of the following: knowingly enter or remain on the land or premises of another. Okay? Knowingly enter or remain on the land or premises of another, the use of which is lawfully restricted to certain persons, purposes, modes, or hours, when the offender knows the offender is in violation of any such restriction or is reckless in that regard. Okay? Recklessly enter or remain on the land or premises of another, as to which notice against unauthorized access or presence is given by actual communication to the offender or in a manner prescribed by law, or by posting in a manner reasonably calculated to come to the attention of potential intruders, or by fencing or another enclosed manifestly designed to restrict access. Okay. Number 4, being on the land or premises of another, negligently fail or refuse to leave upon being notified by signage posted in conspicuous place, or otherwise being notified to do so by the owner or occupant or the agent or servant of another. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. In this instance, so with what's going on yesterday, you cannot return to the BMV. If you want to be in that hallway, which is considered the county building, that is your absolute right under the Constitution. Okay?
Sounds good, because I still have a video to finish there.
Well, I wish you luck on finishing that video.
Oh, the first one went great.
Yep.
All the ladies were polite.
Yep.
Very helpful people.
So do you have any complaints in regards to Deputy Harder? Are you wishing to file a formal complaint against him?
The way he obtained my information was illegal.
Which way did he obtain your information?
The lady gave it to him. She's not allowed to do that. She took my information under the grounds that I was actually doing service with her. And
Okay.
she gave him my information. That's a violation of the Fourth Amendment.
Okay. In reference to that, how you believe that he obtained your information, that would be something that you would need to discuss with an attorney.
And can I please file for the call that came in from the complaint? I'd like to file an high open records request for it. And
Okay.
that will pretty much clear up that.
For a records request for the deputy's report?
For the phone call report that came in from the complaint call that came in.
Okay. All right. So you're saying that the information that was given to our deputy was a violation of your Fourth Amendment?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So what I will do, hang tight right here. I'll go get you a records request form. We'll fill that out and we'll get that processed. How's that?
Yeah.
Can you give me like 3 or 4 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. Hang tight right here for me. I'll be right back. All right?
Yeah, I ain't got no problem with the deputy, but the way the information got to him, it shouldn't have happened.
Okay. Hey, Tracy.
Yes. I told him to get it fixed.
I need a records request form.
Okay. Like, just like a regular one?
Yeah. I'll give you the report number if you want to start processing this real quick. The investigation's done.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm talking to the gentleman right now. 359,
Oh, okay.
2022, 359.
Okay.
All right, and I'll be right back once I get all this filled out. Sorry about that. I had to walk clear to the other side of the office there.
That's
All
fine.
right.
I think you're doing a great job, like I was just telling my viewers.
All right. So this is the complainant's information, which would be the name of person calling this office.
You want to go ahead and fill it out for me?
You can go ahead and
I'll sign it.
we can just put BMV on there, and you'll get all that information once you ask for the report. I already have our records clerk MV. Yep. The location would be 222 West Center Street. I already have our records clerk pulling all this for you already. Nope, that was, it'd be yesterday's date, which would be the 22nd.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because that's today's date. Yes, the event happened yesterday.
Yeah. And you're claiming you are the victim, or because they were claiming that they were a victim of the disturbance?
Oh, I'm absolutely the victim. They caused the disturbance.
Okay.
As you could clearly see, they caused the disturbance.
Okay.
I just was asking questions afterwards, and there was too many of them yelling at me for me to figure out which one it was.
Okay.
And then...
Well, then you can leave that blank. Type of incident would have been a disturbance.
Disturbance.
DISTURBANCE. Put N/A there because nobody was arrested, nobody was charged. Deputy would be Harder, HARTER. All right. Incident report numbers. I got that for you. It's 2022-00359. There's one more zero in front of that.
Which one?
Right in front of that zero. There's one more zero. There you go. Then your name, date, phone number, and email address if you have one.
Oh, yeah. And that's today's date, right?
Yep, you put today's date for that. Yep. All right. If you got an email address, we can email it to you, or if you want a printed copy, we can print it off for you today before you leave.
Actually, the email copy would be easier for me to transcribe the information to the PC for dissemination.
Okay. I tell you what I'll do.
It'll all go into the learning video for me,
Okay.
because this has been a very good meeting. You've done a great job.
Well, thank you. I
And
appreciate
I think
that.
everybody needs to see good officers when we find them.
So, are you saying that you're going to make me YouTube famous?
Well, yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, my friend. But you've done a great job today, and I also checked into your docket a little bit during my studies last night.
Okay.
And I found that you were actually a fairly decent officer.
Okay.
Not too many complaints been on you.
Okay.
So that actually kind of enlightened my feelings about coming in here today.
Yep.
Because I also have a lot of anxiety problems.
No.
So as you can tell, I was a little late, but it
That's
took
okay.
me a while to get up the nerve to come around people with guns.
Nah.
And I've had bad experiences with law enforcement.
I understand. So I'm going to take this back to our records clerk real quick. She's already got a printed copy, and I'll have her email you a copy. So that way you'll have both. How's that?
Sounds good.
All right, give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Because I figured the only way he obtained that information, I watched her take it and write it all down on a piece of paper. She shouldn't have done that. Her job requires that she keep my information private.
Okay. All right. Can I have my
I
pen?
thought
Yep.
that was mine.
I'll be right back. Hey.
Usually I got
I got one with you.
Yeah.
All right. I'll be right back. I'm gonna give you the records request. He asked that we email him a copy too.
Oh, that's
that way
fine.
it'll make it easier for his
There's that.
YouTube transcription.
And let me give this back to you. I just have to make a copy.
Okay.
If we get audited.
Yep. Nope. That's fine. Everything's been redacted that needed redact. Well,
There's the only thing that needed redacted was his phone number.
okay.
And this is mine.
This one
That's the.
that would
doesn't-
be hers.
Yeah, that's the number for B&B.
B&B.
though.
Okay.
So
All
that's-
right. Perfect.
And that. Wait a minute. I gotta figure out. I think that's his original.
Okay. And I can give that back to him then.
Yeah, he can have
Okay.
that. And yeah, I don't mind. I'll email it to him.
Yeah, he said it'd be greatly appreciated. So I told him that we'd get this process real quick. Why is there?
Are there two?
There's two at the front. Hers is redacted
Yeah,
in
we-
that one.
hers doesn't need to be redacted.
Okay. So I just want to make sure before we give it to him. So there's
And I redacted
The
I think,
report.
his number. Yeah,
Yes.
his has to be redacted too.
okay. And perfect. Okay.
Good to go.
Thanks, Tracy. All right, Jack.
Somebody's just looking for you.
Oh yeah, I just saw him. That was my boss. So you actually get a copy of your records request for your records.
Yep, that's the receipt.
This is the first page. This will be the second page. This will be the officer's narrative. This will be the conclusion of the officer's narrative. And this will be your information with the properly redacted information per the Ohio Revised Code of the Marion County Sheriff's Office. Okay?
Yep.
So,
Well, that was a quick one. And then the copy.
and she is going to email that to you right now. So I'd say you should have it definitely by the end of business, which would be 4 o'clock for her.
Right, yeah.
So,
It'll just be sound file come through
Yep.
email.
Yep.
All righty. Well,
any questions?
I think you did a great job.
All right.
I think my viewers now will understand the difference between the B&V that are now privately owned and
in the state of Ohio.
They're no longer here in the state of Ohio part of our safety system.
Yep.
So that is that's the answer to the question of how we can be trespassed from there.
Yep.
And that really, will help my viewers out so that we don't have this problem in other places throughout the state.
Awesome.
And you've been very great today.
Thank you, Chad.
I love the way you brought the information to us and the way that you was right on top of things, and I appreciate that. And we like to make good officers shine,
Well, thank you.
and we will let our viewers know you did a great job today.
Thanks, Chad. I appreciate that, man. All right. If you have any other questions, man, feel free. Come on back. Let us know.
All righty. At least I feel a little bit more comfortable in this building.
You should, man. That's what we're here for.
There's a lot of bad experiences in my life that have gave me bad PTSD.
Yep, I hear you. I think he's. Yeah.
Which way? Are you leaving? I think you want to go that way.
Yeah, you probably parked up in this parking lot up here, Chad.
Try to go out that way.
That's where I came from.
All right. Well, you have a good day, Chad, and we'll talk to you later,
Got
man.
all turned around. I ain't been in here since it was GTE.
There, yeah, right?
Chad?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Chad?
Doing all right.
Good to see you again, man.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Wheeler.
Yes, sir.
We've met before.
I'm Deputy Harder.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I had a question for you, but well, wait. I'm dealing with this right now.
Okay, so they just called because they saw you looking through windows and going up to the doors and pulling on them.
Didn't pull on
And
no
was
doors.
Just concerned that it was odd behavior, so they called us and we let them know that you haven't broken any laws or anything
Yep.
like that. Just
Yep.
you want to see if they're doing the right things, and
Yep.
what you have found is probably that some of them don't have signs or anything like that on them.
Yep.
So they're fixing that now.
Good.
So we informed them to let them know on that.
Okay. I'm also concerned with the handicap signs not being at the proper height and where they belong as well. But I'll take that up with the ADA.
Gotcha.
I'm also concerned that these other signs throughout here that say firearms do not have codes on them. This is the only one. My also concern is they won't let me in the building to do my open records request.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And I'm not requesting information about children. I'm requesting information about the establishment for my audit.
Gotcha. Yep, so they're working on all that today to get all that fixed out for you.
For me to get in there, I should still be able to go in there right now and put in my request, right?
That's what they were working on, Chad. Basically what happened is they were concerned about your behavior, and they have lockdown procedures, and those were the procedures that they were following until we got here to figure out what was going on. And you need to go inside.
Yeah.
You can go inside. We can't force you to leave.
Yeah.
And they unlocked the building, and they're out of their lockdown procedures at this point. So.
Okay, yeah. Do what? Gonna get some education today, ain't they? Well, howdy, partner.
Yeah, what you been up to, my man?
I'm just catching to see if they just tell me the truth or not.
Who?
The warden.
The warden.
Well, PO officer, whatever you call her. I spoke with her
At
today.
the prison?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All
I
right.
spoke with her today. She said they fixed the sign issue. You see me over there looking with my telescope.
Which sign?
They didn't fix the sign issue. She lied to me.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to report it.
Okay. Main sign?
Well,
Talking about he dealt with the troopers a couple weeks ago. He was parked on the side of the road over here, and because they kicked him off the property or something like that, and so they couldn't be recording. So he dealt with the troopers on that. Sergeant Menendez. He checks the signs. He's doing the audit stuff, and he said that there's no signs over there and whatnot. I think
yeah, she told me on the phone that they had fixed the no trespassing and no videoing signs on the property. So I just come out to double check, and I know I can't video on the property, so I stand on the public easement. You know, but I got my telescope, so I can see plenty clear up there. They can't hide it from the telescope. So yeah, it's not fixed. She lied to me. So I'll report that she's a liar. And I'll keep pushing to have the signs put up, because in all actuality, public grounds, I should at least be able to go into the lobby and get my information.
All right.
You know, so I'm gonna keep at it until I make that change.
All right.
You know.
So, when are you gonna post? I heard you came and got my video from the BMV incident. When are you gonna post that rebuttal?
That is coming up on Thursday.
It's
Tomorrow.
coming up on Thursday, tomorrow?
Yep, tomorrow will be that.
Because I think we got that ironed out, right?
Oh yeah, the trespassing, you did a great job.
All right.
People don't understand the
Well, I was just making sure that you
yeah.
know you posted that rebuttal, because you
Yeah,
say
it's
it's about
come-
educating the public.
Yeah,
and I
it's-
want to make sure that they
that
knew
was-
that in this instance you were a little bit wrong, but you got it corrected.
Oh yeah, we
So,
got it corrected.
all right,
Yeah,
perfect.
you explained
Yeah.
you explained that trespass law in a way that was very understandable. You explained that the deputy director is the one that runs that, so we really have no
Department of
rights.
Public Safety.
Well, the deputy
Yeah.
director hires them people and stuff, so we can't get no records from them anyway because of that fact. So yeah, I'm just trying to point out the obvious, but yeah, your story's coming out on your station. Should be Thursday, I think, is what I got you guys wrote down for editing for.
All right.
Because if you noticed, I've been collecting up the reports for the canines, because I'm doing that canine report. I think you guys need good canines, but I think at the moment they're expensive. You know what I mean? $20,000 per canine. We got 4 counties looking for one. Them dogs are expensive.
They are.
So you guys have a great day. Nice to meet you again, sir. As usual, sheriff's always doing a great job.
We try, man. We try.
Hey, you guys have never done me wrong ever.
All right.
Okay, guys, this is Cop Watch Ohio. And every time that I've encountered the Marion County Sheriff Department, I have had a semi-good encounter. As with all law enforcement, I'm sure there are some bad apples, and I'm sure we'll find them and weed them out. It's just a matter of time. The officer in this video you'll hear from today did a very great job at explaining the trespass law and explaining how the BMV is no longer owned by we the people. Then I've had several other encounters with him, which you will see. He's been very pleasant, and he's upheld my rights both times. So I give this officer an A+, guys. Please reach out, tell him, let him know he's doing a great job. I understand that, you know, sometimes when the camera's on them and you run into them, they're on their best behavior. But as you guys can see, I've had multiple encounters with this officer so far. And on every encounter, he's been very respectful. So let him know he's doing a good job. Cop Watch Ohio, I'm out.